Okay, here we're looking at green chemistry, and the green chemistry is mostly about this word, sustainability. Okay, so it's about sustainability. There's 5 main points. Okay, these are 5 things which the chemical industry and chemists do to make their processes more sustainable. So it's using resources and producing things in a way that doesn't affect future generations. So 1, use processes which reduce the use of hazardous chemicals. So we try to not use hazardous chemicals where we can. So for example, petrol these days does not contain lead, neither do paints. Okay, so we're reducing the use of hazardous materials. For dry cleaning, quite often we don't use chlorofluorocarbons anymore. In aerosols we don't use chlorofluorocarbons. We use alternative chemicals that we know are less hazardous. Okay. Design processes with a high atom economy. So whatever we're doing, we're trying to make sure that we produce just the thing we want, rather than making a waste material as well, a waste product which then could possibly be hazardous and we have to destroy or get rid of in some way. Another way of thinking this one through is also that it could be that you make a waste product like, for example, carbon dioxide, and rather than just releasing that, finding a use for it. So for example, it is sometimes used, carbon dioxide can be used to make decaffeinated coffee. It can be used in dry cleaning as well. Okay. Using renewable resources such as plant-based substances. Okay, so rather than relying on hydrocarbons from crude oil, using things like biodiesel. Using alternative energy sources such as solar energy. Okay, so this is renewable energy, solar energy. Again, it's not relying on finite resources. Ensure waste products produced are non-toxic and can be recycled or biodegraded into harmless substances. So if we do make a waste product, making sure it's not something that can affect the environment. So thinking that through, that being a part of our thought process, we're working out how we're going to produce something. If it is a waste product, making sure that the waste product we make isn't going to be hazardous to the environment. Okay, so they're the 5 main points, but there are difficulties with achieving sustainability. Sometimes there can be detrimental side effects. So for example, biodiesel is made from renewable sources in plants, but to grow the plants needed to make biodiesel, you have to use up land that's used for crops. Okay, and this can lead to food shortages, particularly in the poor areas of the world. Another big problem is you need international cooperation. That's why you have a lot of treaties and protocols to try and get countries to agree to targets and make sure everyone is doing the same, using the same ideas, because pollutants don't know international boundaries. Okay, acid rain can spread across boundaries, for example. Okay, so we need countries to agree on things. For example, things like CFCs. It's no good one country banning it if other countries are still using it. There has to be a complete ban around the world, and that's something that's ongoing and that a lot of organisations are working towards.